Hey, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you about 3 qualities that you can develop to get any job you want, get into any industry or any space you want, and to make sure that you impress the person who's hiring for that job. Now, you might know already, but I've also personally hired hundreds of sales professionals in my career over the years in different industries for different positions. And I've also been hiring for my current business. I'm still hiring for my current business and looking to expand the team and grow the team. So I can add on some personal notes from what somebody's looking for when they're hiring you for a specific position, especially when it comes to sales, especially for any positions that are commission-based, that are sales related, that are business related, even marketing positions and whatnot that you might be looking for. I can add some personal touches onto that from real life experience across so many different industries. So what I want to do is cover the 3 main qualities, and then I want to give you my personal take on them, my personal add-ons to those to help you actually develop these qualities and to make you understand why they're so important. Now, if you're wondering where I got these 3 qualities from and why I put so much emphasis on them, it's because I actually heard them first from none other than Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, arguably, if not the greatest. He has actually used these exact qualities over the years in all the businesses that he's involved in. And I believe the original source of these character traits or these qualities is from Benjamin Franklin. Now, I don't know about you, but personally, anytime I hear somebody as successful as Warren Buffett, worth, I think, 80 billion and some change now, talk about something, especially when it comes to business, I'm all ears, I'm taking notes, and I'm looking at how I can apply this to my business, how I can apply this to my career. And I wanted to give you guys that exact same value and bring that over to you because I've applied it in my businesses, and I know that I've seen success with looking for these qualities and also embodying these qualities myself having these qualities and going into job interviews or careers at a young age. I never once did a job interview where I didn't get the job. Over the last decade of being in sales and having different roles and having different parts in different businesses, I was always successful in that. So I wanted to really boil it down to what it is and what those traits are and what those qualities are. And so here, I'm going to lay them out for you. Now, before I get into the 3 qualities and why they're so important to develop, especially at a young age, make sure to like the video, comment your thoughts below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm making it a big purpose of mine to bring as much content, as much value as possible to you guys who are following the channel, who are following my content, anybody who's in sales, who's in business, or anybody who's just looking to grow and develop in life and add on all of this knowledge and these different edges to their character, these different layers of knowledge to their character. I want to bring that to you, and I want to answer so many questions that I had growing up and looking for mentors and looking for information that I couldn't really find. After investing, I don't know how much in myself, I've gotten a lot of those answers, and I continue to seek knowledge. It's a lifelong journey, so I want to bring all that to you as I do this. So if you want to support me back in return and also make sure you see all the content and the value, make sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, so let's get into it. Quality number 1 that you want to embody, that you want to represent, that you want to really demonstrate during a job interview or to get into a new space or a new opportunity is intelligence. This is the number 1 quality that Warren Buffett hires for in all of his companies, and a lot of other entrepreneurs and business owners would be looking for this, myself included. All of the sales reps and professionals that I've hired for different positions over the years, I've been looking for that quality, and I'll explain what intelligence really means. Of course, on a surface level, it means intelligence. It means what it means. It means understanding, having the right knowledge, especially for that specific field or that industry, an IQ level that is applicable where you can actually be competent enough to do the job, do the role that you're required to do within the position that you're applying for, of course. But I also would take that one step further and tell you intelligence really in that niche, intelligence in that space that you're looking to get into. So whatever role or position you're actually applying for, having intelligence around that product, around that service, around that company, around that industry as a whole, and being able to demonstrate that intelligence and demonstrate that level of competence is going to take you a long way when you're in front of somebody who's potentially going to be your employer or partner with you. Or this doesn't have to be applied to job interviews. This can really be for partnerships, for business agreements, for anything that you're going into where you're looking to actually make a point, looking to prove yourself, looking to demonstrate your qualities to somebody. These 3 qualities are going to come in very handy. So number 1 is intelligence. And again, my personal touch would be intelligence around your product, your service, your industry that you're going into. Quality number 2 is energy. energy, enthusiasm, initiative, having that passion, having that energy, enthusiasm, initiative for your role, for your job, for the industry, for the business that you're looking to get into. Demonstrating that is going to be critical to them taking you on into their business, into their company. So any employer, anybody looking to take on sales professionals or for any other role really is looking for that. Whether they know it consciously or unconsciously, they're looking for that. They're looking for somebody who has energy, somebody who has that passion, somebody who can demonstrate that enthusiasm, somebody who can actually speak with conviction, with confidence, somebody who's looking to bring that energy into their business. So this is the second quality that Warren Buffett actually looks for in all of his businesses as well. And here's my personal touch on this. Energy, especially in sales, is absolutely crucial. Sales and selling in general is essentially a transfer of energy. Somebody is borrowing your knowledge, your confidence, your conviction in that product or service for them to exchange with you. So being that sales is essentially a transfer of energy, if you boil it all down, then energy, enthusiasm, passion, initiative is really important for you to land any sales job, any sales role, any even managerial role or executive position. It's going to be absolutely vital that you demonstrate energy, enthusiasm, initiative, passion. That's going to come in handy. And quality number 3 is the most important. So before I tell you this quality, I just want to say, without the third one, the first two are completely irrelevant. The first two you don't even want if somebody doesn't have the third one. So the third one is by far the most important, and Warren Buffett would agree with this within his companies and his businesses. So quality number 3 is integrity. Integrity, of course, can be also related to as ethics, and it's essentially having the right moral principles, essentially being honest. It's essentially having character. And as Warren Buffett says, this is one of my personal favorite things that he says, if somebody doesn't have integrity, you don't want them to have the first two. You don't want them to be intelligent and have a lot of energy without integrity, because they're going to derail themselves and your business with it. If somebody doesn't have the third one, you want them ideally to be stupid and have a lack of energy, not be energetic, because then you know at least that they can't do any harm to themselves or to the companies or businesses that they're involved in. So that's why the latter is by far the most important, and it supersedes the first two. So let me summarize the qualities now and also give you one last quote to leave you on, and that's going to tie in with exactly what we're discussing here. So the qualities again are intelligence, number 1, number 2 is energy, and number 3 is integrity. And the latter is by far the most important. Now that you know the qualities, let me leave you with one last quote or one last thought for you to ponder on as you take this information with you. And the quote is this: the chains of habit are often too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. So you might be thinking, well, what does that mean? Or how does that tie in here? What that means is, now that you know and understand these qualities that you have to develop, start to develop them early. You want to develop them young or early in your career. Even if you're transitioning into a new career, you want to develop them early in the career, or actually when you're young, so that you can start to build the right habits, so you can start to build the right foundation. Because the chains of habit, if you're building the wrong habits, let's say you don't have the energy or the enthusiasm or the passion or the initiative, let's say you don't have integrity or ethics right now, it's going to take you a while to start to notice them until those habits are too strong to actually be broken, and it's going to be a lot more difficult to handle at that point. So what you want to do is develop all the right habits now sooner than later, because again, the chains of habit are often too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. So there you have it, the 3 main qualities that you need to develop in order to get any job, get into any industry, and essentially prove yourself and show yourself to a potential employer. And if you are an employer, if you are a business owner, if you are an entrepreneur who's watching this, these are 3 qualities you want to always look for when you're hiring for a role. And honestly, it doesn't matter what role it is. It could be a sales role, but it also could apply to every part of your business, every department in your business. You want to run everybody through this test of these 3 qualities and really see if they're a fit for your culture, if they're a fit for your company, and if they're a fit for you to work with. I hope you got some value out of that. One favor you can do for me is make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel, but also send this video to somebody. Share this with somebody who's in sales, who's in business, or just share it with a spouse, with a partner, with a friend. I'm sure they're going to get at least one thing out of this. And even if you take one thing out of it and apply it to your life, to your businesses, that's going to make me happy, and I'm sure it's going to make a change in your business and in your life. And on that note, I'll see you on the next video.